I just feel like if you stick to your dream, stick to what you want to do, at some point you may get those opportunities. And I would have never expected to get some of the opportunities I've gotten. They just happened, and you know, we won lots of races, and you have to win races if you want to get to the next level, that's for sure. You have to win as many times as you possibly can.
Yes, the all-new Ram 1500 may be stunning to look at, but the engineering is all about performance, quality, and durability.
When we redesigned the exterior of this truck, we wanted to truly amplify the Dodge DNA while maintaining iconic cues, and we did that by focusing heavily on aerodynamics. One of the elements that we worked on was the full steel bumper. We were actually in Texas when one of the gentlemen that we met with, he actually used it to push his gate open on his ranch. And so we wanted to make sure this was steel, we wanted to make sure it was big, we wanted to make sure it was authentic. Moving up to the grille, we wanted to amplify the in-your-face kind of attitude of this Dodge Ram. At the same time, this front end is very aerodynamic. Also, the way it transitions into the hood and the hood bulge even giving it that bold, dynamic appearance. Everything to make sure it's the optimum shape and the optimum for aerodynamics. We greatly increased aerodynamics with hours and hours of wind tunnel testing. Carry on the authenticity of the front end, we also gave this a full wraparound steel bumper. As you can see, we also, which we're very proud of, integrated dual exhaust. We're the only one in the class to offer this right now. We also integrated a rear spoiler into the tailgate. It also incorporates the tailgate handle, which allows for much easier opening and closing of the tailgate. All these aerodynamic features allow you to achieve up to 20 miles to the gallon, which saves you money and allows you to go on another trip each year.
If you've ever been in a pickup truck driving down the freeway and you felt that up and down bouncing sensation, you've experienced freeway hop. And in this particular test, we measured it at 65 miles an hour. And to help depict and visually reenact that experience, we use this very special piece of camera equipment that holds the camera in the horizon dead solid perfect, still allowing you to see the movement going on inside the vehicle. And that movement is exactly what I'm feeling behind the wheel out on the freeway. We're in the 2009 Dodge Ram, and what you want to look for in this particular test is the horizon and how steady it is, and then compare it to any movement that you see on the dash and inside the vehicle. And what that depicts, that movement, is what I'm actually feeling as a driver or as a passenger inside the vehicle. We're now driving in the GMC Sierra with a Denali package. As you can clearly see, in relation to the smooth horizon and the amount of bounce and jounce inside the vehicle, that there's clearly more freeway hop in the GMC. We're now in the Toyota Tundra, and what you're seeing is exactly what I'm feeling, is that the Tundra has more freeway hop at 65 miles an hour than the Dodge Ram. So what our test results showed is that the all-new Dodge Ram with its link coil rear suspension had less freeway hop at 65 miles an hour when compared to the GMC Sierra Denali and the Toyota Tundra.
The all-new 2009 Dodge Ram 1500. We challenge you to find a better truck.
Well, I knew this would be a good place for deer. You know, anytime you come to Canada, you got a pretty good chance of getting a good deer, but I didn't expect to see as many deer as we did.
2 years ago, our largest deer came off that property, as well as several decent bucks every year we take off that property, and we have the same hopes for this year.
It's going to be prime time. He walked in and we saw he wasn't really a shooter, but it was a good encounter because it gave me a chance to kind of settle in. Two big deer coming down our way. For some reason or another, I got a good case of buck fever. I always try to coach myself about that because I get it as bad as anybody.
Come on, man, let's go.
I think about trying to focus my energy on that deer, so not on myself. I try not to feel nervous, make him feel like he's the one that should be nervous. He's the one in trouble.
That was a perfect shot.
Man, he's
Textbook. Look at that. Now, what do you think of these big Ontario bucks, Mike?
No doubt about it. They are
Linebackers.
They just
all
seem so
neck and
big.
Shoulders.
Look how big that neck is right there.
I guarantee you that deer right there is pushing 300 on the hook.
No doubt.
One of the big draws to coming and hunting up in our area is the size of our deer.
But the thing is that I think that you're guessing probably correct in the fact that short tines, heavy mass, older deer is usually a deer that's past his prime, past 5 years old, and he's starting on his way down.
Well, you know, it was after my birthday too, so I guess I'm in the similar thing. I mean, you know, my horns are getting a little bit shorter too, you know.
For the 2009 Dodge Ram, we had feedback from the sportsmen that they wanted not only improved horsepower, but also improved fuel economy. So the new Hemi engine in the Dodge Ram delivers 390 horsepower and up to 20 miles per gallon on the highway.
A couple of features that help the new Dodge Ram achieve this are variable valve timing, a system that adjusts the camshaft to improve fuel efficiency and peak power ratings, an MDS or multiple displacement system. MDS deactivates 4 cylinders for improved fuel efficiency when the power demand is not needed, and gives you 8 when it is.
The new Hemi in the Ram achieves a horsepower rating of 390 horsepower at 5,600 RPMs and 407 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000 RPMs. This allows the new Ram to accelerate from 0 to 60 faster than the Ford or Chevy, unloaded, loaded, and while towing a trailer.
First test we're going to look at is 0 to 60 acceleration performance.
The all-new Ram has a new Hemi V8 that puts out more power and more torque while getting better mileage.
This is the benchmark test. Every manufacturer in the world runs 0 to 60 performance. The Ram beat the Ford and Chevy every time with their optional V8 engines. Then we made the trucks actually work a little harder. We put 1,120 pounds of payload in the back. That's why people buy trucks, is to haul things, move things. Once again, we saw consistent wins for the Ram. Then we made it even tougher and put behind the vehicle a 7,150-pound trailer, and every time the Ram was able to beat Ford and Chevy. In conclusion, our test results prove that the all-new Dodge Ram with its optional Hemi V8 engine delivered consistent performance advantages against Ford and Chevy with their optional V8 engines in 0 to 60 performance. That's unloaded, with a payload, and with a trailer. This test is quarter-mile acceleration and performance. And what it measures is how quickly a vehicle can travel from a dead stop to a distance of 1,320 feet. And we actually look at 2 different pieces of information from this test: elapsed time, ET, and mile per hour. So with elapsed time, what that tells us is how well the vehicle launches, how quickly it puts the power down. When we look at mile per hour, that's a distinct measurement of how much horsepower and torque that the engine's actually making. The all-new Ram, with its optional Hemi V8 engine, was able to beat Ford and Chevy in the quarter-mile test.
The all-new 2009 Dodge Ram 1500. We challenge you to find a better truck.
That's awesome.
Very attractive.
I love it. Lots of room back there in the back. Yeah, it's got